everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Tech Unlocked podcast, the podcast where we unlock the latest tech news, leaks, and rumors so you don't have to go and search for them yourself. I'm one of your hosts, Benji from BenObi Tech, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host Taylor from TA Tech. We're on episode 13, and it's the first episode of 2022. So, Taylor, how's your 2022 been so far?
Man, it's been pretty good, actually. A lot of stuff going on, but nonetheless pretty good. I have, as I was telling you before, I have some videos I'm working on. I'm actually working a little bit harder on them because I really want to step up my game in video. So hopefully, I'll have something good in the next week or so. But yeah, I mean, other than that, man, it's been going pretty smooth. How about you?
Mine's been pretty good. I've set some good goals. I just started working for a new company as a video editor, so that's exciting, which means I have left, or I'm leaving, my other full-time job that I had as a delivery driver. I won't say for what company because I'm still part of it and I have complaints about working there. But anyway, I'm excited for the future.
Who
I'm also
doesn't?
gonna go. I'm also gonna have more time to focus on my video production business, so that's gonna be exciting. And also, I haven't uploaded on YouTube in a month, so I should probably go and make some videos about that later. But
Damn, man.
yeah, so far, apart from like having a rough start on YouTube, 2022 has been pretty solid so far. I'm excited. The world is still falling apart, but I mean, I don't go out much. I don't go out much, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
The world can have their problems. I don't want to be part of those problems.
Yeah, me either. I've had too many people tell me that they have COVID, and it's just like, damn, bruh.
It's just part of life now. I think people just need to accept it.
Yeah, and not only that, but like, it's like my parents say, it's unfortunately going to get to everyone at some point, somehow. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
whether
at
it
the end of the
be,
day. At the end of the day, it's just a flu. That's just more contagious than the flu.
Right. As long as you take care of yourself, it's not a big deal.
Just build up your immune system. Get those
Exactly.
fruits and veggies in your system.
Exactly. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about, man.
You wouldn't think that like the New Year starts and then there's all this tech news, but I guess we have CES that's going on right now as well.
Yeah, that's true. I was actually watching Zach Talks Tech videos and a couple other people. Man, I wish I could go to an event like that. That's like, it's awesome. Yes, there's a lot of COVID restrictions, but damn, it looks just as good, honestly.
Yeah, there's also a lot of companies that were like, nah, yeah, we're not coming to CES because of COVID.
Yeah, which sucks, but
it is.
Hey, I mean, if they can still pull it off, more power to them. Hopefully they'll stay healthy and all that. I really hope that we don't hear about a lot of people having COVID after that. But hey, it is what it is.
People are like, "Oh, I'm stuck in Las Vegas because I got COVID."
Oh, damn. That would suck. I mean, there's actually a couple people that I know that live over there, so not bad.
I've been over there once. It's not the worst place to be locked down, especially if you have if you're renting a nice place.
Yeah, true.
If you're renting a villa with a swimming pool and stuff, you've basically got everything there. You just need food.
Yeah, true, exactly. So
but yeah, we do have a lot to talk about, and I guess just to summarize a little bit about what we're going to be talking about in today's episode for you people who are listening or watching to this episode. We're going to be talking a little bit about Apple and how they've just reached 3 trillion, not 1 trillion, as I have put in the show notes. Apologies for that. And
I was about
they,
to say,
I think, honestly, in all honesty, I think I wrote these notes at like 2 in the morning. So apologies for that.
okay,
Um,
gotcha,
we've
gotcha.
also got more 2022 rumors by Mark Gurman himself. We were talking a little bit about M2 chip improvements that have leaked. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Samsung, um, and their Galaxy S21 FE, and Google having software issues with their new Pixel lineup, which is very exciting. So,
Oh yeah,
we can start from the top. I
let's
could take us
go.
away with Apple becoming the first $3 trillion company. What are your thoughts, Taylor? This is a pretty big achievement. It's the first
Yeah,
$3 trillion
definitely,
company in history.
definitely. I mean,
They take they take
it's
money from me every year. You know how it is.
yeah, pretty much for me too. Pretty much for me too. Yeah, I honestly, this isn't a big surprise. Um, they're a really big company, and year over year with all the new products and stuff, everybody goes haywire when there's a new product, and everybody buys it. So especially with the new stuff that's been coming out, and rumored to come out. I've even said this. Um, they're gonna go big as soon as AR VR headsets come out and stuff like that. So I listen, man. Especially with that and new MacBooks, stuff like that. They're gonna go way past that in no time.
Oh yeah,
Like, you know,
and it's crazy how quickly they went from 1 trillion to 3 trillion. Like they hit 1 trillion
yeah,
in 2018, and then like almost 4 years down the line, they've tripled in value, which is insane. It's crazy.
yeah, it is. It is.
Tim Cook's definitely doing big things over there, even though they're not. Some people may say they're not innovating as much as they used to, but
And people
hopefully
say
we're
that,
getting hopefully we're getting. I mean, I think
man.
with the M1 processors and everything, that's innovation. Like
Yeah,
they've gone and created their own Apple Silicon that's more powerful and more reliable than Intel's, which is like one of the
yes.
biggest chip
Can I
manufacturers in the
just say
world. So
something? Just because they're not making a flip or foldable doesn't mean they're not innovative and not, progressive.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
I think
but
the last innovation they've made, I think, was probably AirPods or the Apple Watch. But
yes,
ever since then, they haven't really
yes,
released a big product that's dominating in certain spaces. I mean, yes, the HomePod Mini is doing pretty well, and I think it's like one of the top selling smart speakers on the market right now.
yep,
But I mean, hopefully this year we're gonna see the AR VR headset. That's gonna be big. We're gonna see the Apple
definitely.
Car in a couple of years, hopefully. Probably not, but one can hope. Um, so I think yeah, probably the next the next big thing for Apple is going to be AR VR, and that's gonna sell, and it's gonna do
Listen,
pretty
man,
well,
that's gonna
no matter what the
blow.
price is.
Mark my words, that's gonna blow the company right out of the park. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. So for those who have money, investing in Apple stock is probably a very good idea
Oh
because
yeah,
it's definitely gonna increase.
oh
Um,
yeah, for
I need to
sure.
buy some as soon as I can, but it's crazy. Apple, 3 trillion. Whoop whoop.
He- here's to the next trillion.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably gonna reach the next trillion within a year, to be honest, at this rate.
Oh yeah. No, listen. I'm telling you right now. As soon as AR VR headsets come out, that's it.
Yep.
So on to the next story here. Apple's new standalone monitor could be around half the price of the Pro Display XDR.
That is very
By
good
the
news.
way, I still think that's a lot of money. Just
Yeah.
saying.
It's
Uh,
this is like because I think it's currently $5,000 for the
yep,
Pro XDR, and that's without the stand.
yep.
And if you want to
Yep.
buy the stand, that's an extra 1,000. So whoever buys this, my days, people are seriously.
Bruh.
I mean, I guess
Bruh.
this is for professionals. This isn't for people like us who just want a monitor that works. They want a
Right.
monitor that's like super accurate with colors because they need it for their, I don't know, video or photo production. Like the market for these monitors is very narrow. But it's
Yeah.
great that they're making a new one that costs half the price because you probably. I wonder how much the stand will be. That'll probably be $500 if they're cutting the price of the thing in half. But
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
I don't.
who spends $1,000 on a stand?
I can tell you next
Well, I mean,
week's
yeah, there
guest.
are yes. Hint hint. People who are listening, make sure you don't miss next week's episode because it's gonna be big. We might tease who's gonna be on it at
the,
the end of the
the,
show.
the,
But
the only listen, as soon as you said that, I thought about him because I just watched one of his videos and he said that he had got the display in the stand, and uh, I don't want to go into full detail, but yeah, what he said, I definitely agree with. Um, he was saying that like it's really not, worth the price, and I'm sorry, but yeah, I think it's way too much money for a stand to cost $1,000. That's just insane.
it probably costs Apple like $10 to make.
Exactly.
And they're selling it for that much. This is why. See,
That.
Taylor, this is why Apple is the first $3 trillion company because they can
Yeah.
charge $1,000 for a stand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is this?
Oh man, I'm
Crazy.
telling you, I'm telling you.
But honestly, I'm excited to see like what specs it's gonna have because I think we heard rumors of it having Apple Silicon inside it
Mhm.
for some reason. I don't exactly know why, but it's gonna be exciting to see how good quality it's gonna be as well. Um,
Yeah,
and is it gonna have 120 hertz? If it doesn't, it's not worth it. But
you said it.
unless you have
You
anything
said
else
it.
you would like to say about the new Pro Display XDR, we can move on to the next
Yeah,
story, which
definitely.
is iPhone 14.
iPhone
Well, actually, we have
14.
it's some information from Gurman about the iPhone 14, the redesigned MacBook Air with the M2 chip, and more. Um, so basically, he's saying that as well as Ming Chi Kuo and a bunch of other people, they're saying that these new iPhones will not have a notch. They'll have a hole punch design similar to current Android smartphones, and then we're getting the Apple M2 chip, which will be marginally faster than the M1 chip, and the M2 chip will have an 8-core CPU like the M1 chip and a 9-core or 10-core GPU, which will be an upgrade over the 7 or 8-core GPU options for the current MacBook Air. So some improvements there in the processor. I think I put M2 chip improvements in the notes, but we just literally just covered it.
Yep.
So that's exciting. We're also going to be getting Apple Silicon version of the Mac Pro with up to 40 core CPU and 128 core GPU. That's insane, which is going to be larger. And then they're also going to release a new Mac Mini, new iMac Pro. Yeah, and of course the AR/VR headset and a 5G iPhone SE and an iPad Pro with wireless charging, a rugged Apple Watch, and more. So that's exciting
Damn.
stuff.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on all this information?
Bro, I'm when you just said iPad Pro with wireless charging, I think my eyes just popped out of the sockets there. Damn. That's gonna be interesting to see how that works out. But
Yeah,
I honestly, I I mean, I honestly wish I could charge everything wirelessly. Honestly, I think
Yeah,
that it
same.
will be so much better. I am already charging my phone wirelessly. Uh, of course, my watch and stuff. Uh, so to be able to charge my iPad, even the MacBook, can you imagine? Can you imagine just having like one of those desk mats that charge everything, just putting it on there? That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be definitely really cool. I'm honestly looking forward to see what they're gonna do with all of this
Yeah.
stuff this year. They've got some really exciting products coming up, um, like VR headsets and everything. It's gonna be an interesting year for sure in the
No, it
world of
is.
tech,
Yeah.
and I'm excited.
I,
Um, so yeah,
so so the next thing that we have on the list to talk about today, AirPods Pro 2. I've seen some of the design leaks. What are your thoughts, Benji?
it's it's strange, but I think like everybody thought the first gen AirPods were strange and
Yeah.
not didn't look it looked like toothbrushes, and then everybody thought the AirPods Pro were strange because they looked like hair dryers. Um, so I think I'm not really the biggest fan of what it looks like. I like the stem on the current AirPods Pro.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I think it's cool to like force press and things like that. So I don't know how they're gonna handle all of this. It's probably gonna just be touch. Um, I hope they don't look the way that they, because they're gonna be a lot easier to lose.
That's exactly what I thought. That's
But
exactly what
then
I thought.
for those who have no idea what we're talking about, you might as well go to the show notes and see for yourself the picture that they put on Mac Rumors. It is just basically an AirPod Pro. So imagine in your picture in your head right now, if you don't want to go into the link, picture in your head an AirPod Pro without a stem. AirPods Pro 2. Basically.
So weird. And honestly, like I want to see how those stay in your ear while you're like exercising or doing whatever. Honestly, you know.
Honestly, I don't think that it's gonna affect that part of usability that much. In fact, I think it might stay in your ears a little bit more because they have a little bit less weight to it because they don't have the stem. But I'm hoping it doesn't sacrifice things like battery life. But it will have
Yeah,
some
that's
pretty
another
cool
thing I was gonna
features.
bring up.
Yeah, it's gonna have some pretty cool features though. Like we're gonna have the charging case is gonna have basically like a built-in speaker that will work with the Find My app, and it'll probably have like that precision tracking that we can get on AirPods, not AirPods, AirTags.
Hmm.
And then you're also going to um, have lossless audio, so that's exciting. And it's probably gonna have a new processor, stuff like that, new design. But
Yep.
other than that, that's about it. Oh, it also quote also says that there may be health monitoring features. Whatever that is, I have no
Oh,
idea because the Apple Watch can pretty much do everything now. So I
yeah,
don't know what
true.
they could throw on the AirPods, like sweat uh, tracking. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
My hearing aid options. I don't know.
What is it?
Maybe some hearing aid options or something.
Yeah.
Or it'll be able to tell you you're listening to music too loud. There's some very loud sound
Maybe,
happening right now.
maybe that would be
Like
cool.
you could turn on your Apple Watch and then you could go like somebody goes to the club and then they're like the Apple Watch is like you should probably get out of here. The sound is very loud. So we're also apparently going to see these AirPods in the third quarter of 2022, so around September-ish time.
Yeah, maybe with
Excited?
the new iPhones.
Yeah, probably. I think it'll be probably in the same event. They've got so many things to announce this year.
Dude, this is
Uh,
gonna be a crazy year.
they're gonna.
Listen, I've even said it. This is gonna be one of the craziest years for Apple. honestly.
Yeah, I think there. I didn't put this in the notes, but there's somebody who said, some random leaker said that by like June of this year, we're gonna all of the Apple Silicon transition will be complete.
Yep,
So
yep, I know
we'll probably
that.
be getting an event in March where Apple's gonna release new iPhone SE, new maybe not the MacBook Air because they said that's gonna come later on this year,
You,
but probably new iMac Pro, new displays,
do you
a
think
bunch
that
of
they're
stuff, and
gonna
then
do? Do you think that they're gonna go back to in-person events by the end of this year, or do you think they're gonna wait until next year?
I think it depends on the whole COVID situation. I mean, as of right now, like with how people are freaking out over Omicron and these
Yeah,
other variants, I don't know if we're gonna be going back to in person just yet.
yeah,
Um, Probably be another year,
which
or
makes sense. Yeah,
whenever they can figure out that COVID's here to stay, and instead of fighting it, we should just in the end embrace it, make it a part of our life.
true,
Anyway,
true, definitely true.
um, but yeah, I mean, are you gonna be picking up AirPods 2 or AirPods Pro 2 or not?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've kind of transitioned to Power Beats, and I love my Power Beats Pro, so I think
So
I'm
you're
gonna
just gonna
be.
get the whenever they come out with a new version of that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I love the new Power Beats that just came out. Um, but honestly, there's nothing like the Power Beats Pro for me. I love the hooks on them. They make my life so much easier. So yeah, they're a little bit bigger and a little bit more noticeable, but whatever. you
I
know,
mean, if they work for you, why
exactly,
not?
exactly.
Um, yeah, and I
So
think for myself, I'll probably. I mean, I've had the AirPods Pro now. They were my dad's, but then he didn't want them and he gave them to me. Um,
yeah,
so AirPods Pro, my current AirPods Pro, they still work really well. So I don't exactly know if I will upgrade, but I think I will upgrade just because it's like the latest version of AirPods.
right,
Um,
right.
so I think, but there's a lot of other stuff that's gonna come out around that time. So I don't know. It depends how things go. I might get them. If not, I'll probably focus on getting the new iPhone or whatever.
Yeah. I was even
We'll
thinking
see.
of getting like the AirPods Max, but then when I saw that price, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
I
I
think I
love them.
think
I
I
love them
think
for what
the
they are, but the price, no.
yeah, I think the next thing I'll buy is probably AirPods Max, but I'm not gonna get them from Apple. I'm gonna get them used
Oh,
because
okay.
buying
Yeah,
them
yeah.
brand new, 500 and what is it, 550,
Uh-huh.
something crazy
Yep.
like that. I found them used for 350, so they're
Really?
probably worth.
Where?
I mean, if you look, you can find them for pretty cheap. Well, not cheap, but
Wow.
like cheaper if they're used though. Because like if you want to buy brand new, you could probably get them like 100 or 150 off.
Yeah.
But it's not as much as like. So if I get
Oh,
them
yeah.
like
No,
new
yeah.
in used condition, I think the other day I saw it was like 350 or something. So I think
Right, right.
I'll probably be I'll probably get them at some point. I have other things to buy first. Like that's like
Yeah.
number 20 on my list right now.
Oh,
Because
20. Damn.
I
Okay.
need to somehow get a new computer because this one's
Uh-oh.
dying.
Uh-oh.
It takes so long to export things now. It's crazy. Anyway,
Damn.
we're
Well,
we're going
that
off topic here.
that is a
What were we
2015 computer, right?
2016. So yeah, it's getting
2016.
old.
Yeah,
17,
yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, it's coming up to 6 years old. So,
Damn.
it's about time to upgrade, I think. Upgrade to M1 Max.
Bruh, you getting an M1 before me? That's sad. Just saying. But yeah. Moving
Honestly
on to
though,
the next.
it'll improve my workflow so much.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna make exporting so much easier. It's gonna make editing 4K so much easier.
for
The
sure.
fans aren't gonna be running all the time, because like
Yep.
right now, every time I touch this computer, the fans turn on. It's terrible. Even when I'm just on Safari watching a YouTube video, or not even, like just scrolling through a news article. It's
Ouch.
not good. But yeah, as you were
Ouch.
saying, moving on. We're going off on a tangent here.
Yeah.
The next thing we have to talk about is Apple Books Plus, which might be releasing later on this year. Now, what is Apple Books Plus, you may ask? Well, Apple is moving into audiobooks, which is not what I exactly thought Apple Books Plus was going to be. It's going to be a subscription service. It's going to come out later on this year, and basically be able to subscribe and get audiobooks on Apple. But there's not really any additional details that are going to come that have come out. I hope this also means for books, because I want to get back into like reading a lot. Like whenever I get an iPad, I'm probably going to use that as kind of like a Kindle as well a little bit. So read a bit more books. And if Apple Books Plus gives you access to all of the books on their platform for a fixed price every month, I think that's just a no-brainer. I think Amazon already does this, but
I just want to
what are your
know
thoughts?
why. I just want to know why there's there's a thing where Apple services has to have a plus subscription to it. Like everything is turning into plus plus plus. Oh, come on.
Yeah, because I mean, I think the only service they provide that's not a plus is Apple Arcade.
Right.
They should have just called it
Hey,
Apple Arcade
hey,
Plus
hey,
just for the sake of
I
it.
think I think you need to cancel that out because then if this is on the thing and they hear it, they're gonna do it. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
dude.
because
But
we got Apple
seriously,
News Plus, Apple Fitness Plus, iCloud Plus, Apple TV Plus. Apple Music actually isn't a plus. That They'll
yeah,
come out with Apple Music Plus at some point and be like, it's an extra $10 a month to get, I don't know, something
exactly,
extra.
exactly. I'm telling you. I mean, hey, you know what? If this helps to grow the market and get to the next trillion or whatever,
Do it.
do it. But like, I think it's just crazy. I honestly do. But oh man, what are you gonna do this when it comes out or?
It depends. If it's gonna be like a full on, like you have access to all of the books and iBooks type thing,
Yep.
probably. But if it's just audiobooks, then nah. I'm not an audiobook person, honestly. I'd rather just read it
You,
myself.
do you already have anything? Any of the services? Any plus services or no?
I think my dad, when he got his iPhone 12 Pro, he got Apple TV Plus, so we have that, but we haven't really watched many things on there. We watched like one movie, but it was just a drag. Um,
Oh, jeez.
Honestly, we
Yeah,
might have to start watching more.
that's what
Um,
I tried the Apple TV, and there wasn't really anything that I was really interested in, to be honest.
yeah, I mean
Um,
the
yes,
production quality on the films are so good, but
yeah, yeah,
I've not seen much on Apple TV Plus yet, so I
yeah.
can't really
Me either.
judge.
I can't.
But
I can't wait to get a new product. That way, I can get something else for free for a couple months.
yeah, I've got Apple Fitness Plus, which I got for free for 3 months with my Apple Watch.
Can I just ask you something?
Yeah.
So, this just came into my mind thinking about it because so my mom had an issue with her AirPods, and I had to um, disconnect and reconnect them. And when I did, she got this pop up saying that she could get, I think it was Apple Fitness Plus for another 6 months, and I was like, this is weird because this isn't like it said, oh, you bought a new product, so you get Apple Fitness Plus. And I'm like, technically, this isn't a new product, so what the heck? Has that ever happened to you?
No, I mean, not that I. Yeah, because like I already knew when I got the Apple Watch I was gonna get Apple Fitness Plus, but then I
Right.
have no idea why I did that with her. AirPods.
Yeah,
Because they're the second. Are they the second gen AirPods or the first gen AirPods that she was doing it with?
second.
Yeah, so maybe it like reset and then it was like, oh, you just got new AirPods. Here's 6 months of Apple Fitness Plus for free.
Weird.
Who knows?
We were just you were just saying that, and I'm like, what? Yeah, it kind of brought me back. So I had to ask you about that because I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
but I've
if that's the case, I'll just renew everybody's uh, earphones and get subscriptions for free. Can you imagine?
scamming Apple. But
Yeah, get
yeah,
kicked
like
off.
I haven't really used Apple Fitness Plus yet. Um, so yeah, so
Yeah,
I've
I
almost
tried a couple of
gone like
things,
a
and
month into the trial.
yeah, I looked into it because I'm like, it was the beginning of the pandemic and we were home and stuff, and I'm like, well, this is a good way to get things going. But I didn't see, as you know, I have a disability, so a lot of exercises are really hard for me.
Hmm.
And I at the time I didn't really see anything for disabled people. I'm sure that there's a lot more now, but at the time there wasn't. So it was kind of hard. But I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff, and just the fact that you could have your Apple Watch information on screen, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish more places did that kind of thing. More
Yeah,
services.
yeah, and hopefully, like, of course, over time, Apple Fitness Plus is gonna get better, and they're gonna add more, like workouts for disabled people. I'm sure, and
Yeah,
make it a little bit more open. So
yeah.
hopefully soon we get some of
I,
that.
I'm waiting to hear about it because as soon as they do, I'll do it. Because even my mom was like, "Oh, you should be getting back to the gym and stuff." I'm not gonna be getting back to the gym anytime soon, as long as this thing is getting worse and worse. Sorry, listen, I went back. No joke, I had gone back to the gym after like 2 3 months of not going, and then a month later they closed down. Why? I feel like I have such bad luck, so I'm not gonna go in for like 2 3 days and then have them shut down again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just my luck. But
Oh boy. But I
yeah,
mean, with Apple Fitness Plus, I think it's great, because you don't need a gym necessarily
right,
to do the workouts, and it's cheaper than some gym subscriptions, and you could do it from home.
definitely,
So I think
definitely.
I think like a lot of people in the new year, like I think Apple has been advertising it as well because a lot of people's New Year's resolutions. I think I was looking the other day and like I think it was 70% of people or 80% of uh people have like one New Year's resolution in common, and that's like
Yeah,
to get more exercise or something. I
yeah,
thought it was just so funny because that's one of the goals that I set as well, to be more active.
yeah.
Um, and
I
with
have
Apple
a
Fitness
friend.
Plus now, I think a
I
lot of
have a
people are going to be
friend.
getting the subscription.
Yeah, I have a friend who's an Android fan, not an Android fan, but Android user. And I was telling her like you should switch back to Apple because she did have an iPhone, um, like way back when. I think the iPhone she had was the 5C, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like you should come back to it, get an Apple Watch, and do stuff like that because if you're already doing stuff off of YouTube, I think it would incentivize you more to do it if you had the Apple Watch and you saw your progress on screen and stuff. You know, um,
yeah. Like
is she going to do
I
it?
love my
Probably
Apple
not.
Watch. I
But
love my Apple Watch, and I
yeah,
think the Apple
definitely.
Watch really is underrated.
Yes,
But especially by
yes,
Android users. Android users like
yes.
Apple Watch. Pfft, who needs a fitness tracking thing?
Yeah, exactly,
But actually,
exactly.
if we have some time at the end, I can give like a mini review on the Series 7 because for those who don't know, I got an Apple Watch Series 7 recently. Pretty
How is
sick.
that going for you?
It's going pretty well, but let's stay on topic, Taylor. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Um,
Sure,
oh
absolutely.
wow, my image looks a lot brighter now. Nice. Anyway,
I was
Moving
gonna
on.
say, I think did you turn on a light or something?
No, I just turned up the I changed the shutter speed I think on the camera or something, or changed the ISO. I don't know, but now it's brighter.
Oh, okay.
It's nicer now. It was a lot darker before. I was like, why
Yeah.
is it so dark still? Like it doesn't normally look like this. The perks of having a
Anyway,
camera manual mode. Do you want to take us
uh,
off with the next thing? Take us away
I
with the next
know
thing.
we're probably gonna lose a lot of listeners here, but uh, next topic we're gonna be talking about is the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE officially announced, starting at $699. Okay, I was really thrown off when I saw videos coming out on it, and there was no like, warning, hey, this is out, whatever. And I'm like, I probably just wasn't on Twitter that day, but I'm like, damn, what? I like, and then I go on to Twitter and I see everybody posting about it, and I'm like, okay, like this is odd. Just on a random day, no, hey, this phone's coming out this day, whatever, you know. Um, I was just watching a video um from Tech Odyssey. I'm not sure if you know him, but he is a semi big creator, I think. Um, and he was just saying like, he really didn't think it was, a really big deal compared to last year's device. I don't know. You've seen it. You've probably seen it more than I have. So, what are your thoughts, Benji?
I mean, honestly, I haven't seen it more than you have. I've just been busy with other things. But no, like I've had a look through the specs. I've compared it to other Samsung models, um, and I think like for $699 for a device that has last year's specs,
Yeah,
I don't think it's great. Because
that's another
for
thing.
that
Yeah.
price, for $699, I was just looking, and here in the UK you can get a used S22 Ultra in like really good condition for around the same price if not less. So and the Ultra is like above this one. It's like even more powerful. So I mean, I think if this was released in the middle of last year, it would make sense, maybe. But at the price they've set it, it's not good. Like especially since they're trying to compete with like the iPhone 13 and the Pixel 6.
Yep.
Probably more the Pixel 6 than the iPhone because like people don't really like switching between platforms, but like it's the same. Yes, it's the same price as like the iPhone 13,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is good, but it's got last year's specs, like early last year's specs, not just like the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, like you've got the Pixel, which is $100 cheaper, which I think is better value for money than this because it's got like the latest specs. It's got newer specs than this. Yes, the processor may not be as powerful. Um, just received a phone call. Whoops. Um,
I
but
was like,
also,
what is that?
something I don't get is the cameras. Like you've got 12 megapixel primary camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and 8 megapixel 3x optical camera. And then on
Yep.
the front, you have a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Like, why all of a sudden are we like tripling the quality for the rear camera? For the
Yeah.
front camera, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like on my phone, the camera I use the most is the wide camera on the back. I'm not using
Right.
the selfie camera as much. So I don't exactly know why they just like because the other Galaxy S21 phones, they all have like I think the same quality on the front as they do on the back or something like that. Or no, actually they have a
Yeah.
higher quality rear camera. Like why are they making a 32 megapixel camera on the front and then 12 megapixels on the back?
That's just insane. That's just insane.
What I mean, I don't know what do you think about like the whole phone and the specs and everything.
Again, I honestly like, as you even said, you know, kind of ridiculous. Um, and there's not much change, so like why? But yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right?
it's an interesting phone. I don't see the market for it, to be honest. Especially since now we're about to get, like, I think somebody was saying that
Yeah.
the reason why they set the price this high was because the new Galaxy S22 phones are going to be more expensive
Yep. Yep.
than last year's, so they're probably gonna be like at $100 more in starting price. That could be
Well,
plausible. Like I'd see how that would make sense, but
mhm.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, listen. Yeah, I honestly, and even for the design, I really don't care for it. I saw it, and I'm just like, this thing just looks weird and ugly. Even I think, even what was it, last year's or the year before, whatever it was, that had like uh one color for the phone and the camera bump another color. I think that was pretty good. This just looks weird. And I mean, I know I've said that, like, it should be all one color, but this, I think even like the camera bump just makes it even weirder for me. That
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but that's what I think.
I think the S21 FE is kind of like that weird child that nobody really wants.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
it's
Exactly.
I don't. Yeah, just buy people just go buy a Pixel at this point. Even though
True.
I've
True.
not
I
been the
mean,
biggest fan of
honestly,
Pixels. I no, actually it's not that I've owned. I own an S10 Plus,
yep.
and honestly, if you want to buy an Android phone, do not go Samsung because
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it is.
Yeah,
But
Samsung.
moving
If you if
on.
you if Samsung wants to sell these phones like 699, nah,
Yeah.
you can find so much better value. I'd rather buy a used S22 Ultra at this point.
Facts. Facts. Exactly. Just buy it used and that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
So
moving on
next
though.
up, yeah, next up we have the some leaks for the S22 Ultra, and apparently it's going to basically be a Galaxy Note reincarnated as an Ultra. So there's also been the smaller Galaxy S22, which has leaked. So the S22 Ultra is going to have an S Pen, which is exciting for those who like a stylus on your phone. I don't think you need one, but there's people out there who think you do at all costs.
I
It's
mean,
gonna
I think it's
have,
good on the fold and whatnot, but not. Yeah.
yeah,
But
I think on the
anyway,
fold it would make more sense, or even on a tablet, just that makes sense. But on a
exactly.
phone, why do you need, like, it's such a small screen. Like even the bigger S22 Ultra, it's not that much bigger, and like I don't really see the point in that, honestly. But
There is no point.
yeah, there is no point. It's true.
Seriously.
We're gonna be getting with the S22 Ultra. It'll have up to 1 TB of local storage, um, and they're gonna be switching back to an all glass design instead of having it mixing in plastic. Was part of the phone plastic last year? I don't know. Um, and it's also gonna have a 50 megapixel main camera, which is insane. It's gonna have an AMD GPU, 45-watt charging, and more. So the S22 is going to be one of the smallest flagships this year. So I wonder how small the regular S22 is going to be. Is it going to be like mini sized, or I don't know. But what do you think about Samsung bringing back the, I guess, the Galaxy Note, but not really with the S Pen?
Again, I think it should be for like really big phones and tablets. I don't think that kind of phone needs it. But I mean, if that's gonna be a new feature, cool. I just don't think a lot of people are gonna use it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for the 5 people out there who need an S Pen at all costs,
Seriously.
Samsung's going to feed you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, and I mean, if you really want a stylus or something, just go to Walmart and buy like a $20 three pack or something.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah. I mean, yes, the S Pen's a little bit better than that, but still, yeah, I completely agree with what you said there. Um,
Seriously though,
the
like
colors, the colors are also, yeah, I'd say the colors are decent. I like the white. Like looking at the pictures of the leaks, I really like the white
yep.
that they have here.
I'm gonna
Not a
open
fan of
this.
the green or the purple-ish pink. Like I'm not gonna buy one of these phones,
Oh, gee.
honestly. But I mean, for those who want a Samsung, who like Samsung at all costs and need a Samsung at all costs, then this is
Yeah,
cool.
I'm looking at it right now, and I definitely agree with you. The white
I
is the best out of the bunch.
Yeah, like when I originally got the S20, not the S20. When I originally got the S10,
Yep.
um, I really wanted, um, I really wanted to get the white, but then I couldn't find a white one for a good price.
Mhm.
But honestly, if I could pick my dream ideal iPhone, for example, I would just have it all white. Like that's why I have this white silicone case on it. I'd
Yep.
rather have like a fully white iPhone, even a fully white Apple Watch. Like I wish they kept around the white ceramic Apple Watch
Yes.
because that
Yes.
one was so nice.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw a lot of videos on it, and actually, when I first got my Apple Watch, I kind of wanted that one, but then it fell off market, and I'm just like, well, there goes my idea.
it's
But
also really expensive if you got the ceramic one. It was like
true,
what
true.
$1,000 or something for a
Yeah, it
ceramic
was.
Apple Watch.
Yeah, it
I mean,
was.
for some that would be worth it. Like, for me, I think that would be worth it just because it's like a nice color. But
Yeah, yeah,
spending that much on an Apple Watch, and it does the exact same thing as like the cheaper model, except it looks
yeah.
better.
Right, right.
But yeah,
Um,
color looks good. I'm excited
definitely.
for for the color.
Yeah, no, exactly. But moving on, Google Pixel December update has issues. So many people tweeted about that. And even this week, like there's a lot of people saying that they didn't even get the update. Like I guess there was people that got it before others. That's just weird.
Yeah, that's
What?
that's the weird thing about Android is like they roll out updates very slowly to different countries and different people. I don't get it because like with Apple, they're like, oh, here's a software update, and instantly every single Apple device that can support
Exactly.
it has the update. I don't exactly know why they can't do that with Android, especially when
Yeah,
Google's doing it. Like Google's doing it with their own Google phones. I don't get it. Um,
it's so odd.
like for example, with the Galaxy S10 Plus that I have, apparently it's supposed to be getting Android 12 any day now,
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
still not got it. So it's Android is very weird when it comes to updates. That's why I prefer iOS. Because also like with like when the Pixel 6 came out, like a lot of people were having a lot of software issues, and then they released the December update where they're like, we're gonna fix all these issues. But then the December update's been having problems. Like I saw the other day, somebody was saying that I don't know if this was a December update or before that, but some people weren't able to dial 911, which
Oh
is
wow.
a very big issue for people who really need that. Um, so, and there Google's going to be fixing that and a bunch of other issues, but apparently that update won't arrive until late January. So it's going to take them a while to fix these couple of issues that they're having. So like when we're kind of comparing iOS and Android with these things, I love how iOS is like Apple. They care about their software. And whenever there's like a
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
glitch or something that could be like a huge issue, they fix it like within a couple of days. Like it doesn't take them a
yeah,
month to sort out those
yeah.
issues.
And I
I don't know
love how
why it takes
people.
that long for Google, but
I love how that's an issue to a lot of Android people. A lot of my friends say, "Oh, you guys get updates like every other day," and it's just like that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Like if it wasn't every other day, I wouldn't be complaining because I honestly think that um, it's just really useful to get these updates, especially if they say, and I said this in my own videos multiple times, especially if they're like security updates, do it. Like, don't even think about it. You know, there's so many people who um go back and like say, oh, these updates make my phone slower. I mean, obviously they probably will if your phone's an older device, but if you have a new device, you're gonna be fine. Like, come on. I hate when people like go on and say, updates suck. No, I just think that you are just so used to how your phone works, and you don't like change.
yeah,
So if
my sister is
even
constantly
the smallest
complaining.
change, people complain.
Yeah, my sister's constantly complaining about all the updates she gets on her Mac and her phone. I'm like, they're for your own good. Like, there might be a very big security issue, and
Oh God,
Apple is giving you the option to
no!
fix it, but you're saying no to it. So, like,
I
yeah.
I could rant all day about that. Honestly, like it just gets me so mad. Like because like I honestly, as soon as the update comes out, I'm automatically installing it on everybody's device.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah,
Um,
like, yeah, same with me. I update whenever I can, of course, because sometimes I may be doing something on my computer and I need my computer at that instant.
right,
And so I'll
right.
just update it, like, at night when I'm not using it or
During the
whatever.
night or something.
Um,
Yeah.
Same with my iPhone, and I honestly love how I think even on Android,
Yep.
this is just like probably going off topic completely, but I love how you can say to your phone, you can say, okay, I don't want to update now, but can you update tonight, like while I'm not using
Yep.
my phone while I'm asleep, and then the phone will do that. So like when you're updating your device, you don't even need to like really do anything. You just say, yeah, update overnight, and then you go to sleep. You're gonna sleep anyway. Um, Takes like maybe half an hour to make to do the update, and then you're good. You can just use your phone when you wake up, and it's as if nothing ever happened, but it's more secure, and it probably has a couple extra features on its sleeve as well.
Exactly. Exactly. People need to like do their homework. Sorry, but yeah. Before you complain about something,
Yeah,
do your homework.
exactly. But
Yeah.
moving on to our last story for, I was about to say the year, but for the episode, we have the OnePlus 10 Pro, which we've received pictures and things like that. It's been announced, but it will only be exclusive to China.
Weird.
Very
Weird.
weird. It looks like a
That's
really good phone. Like I've always liked OnePlus phones, even though like apparently recently some people have been complaining about the software because they've kind of put Oppo's software on it, and it's kind of losing its original purpose per se.
rip.
Um,
Oh wow.
but it looks good, and so we're gonna be getting the, as of right now, the OnePlus 10 Pro is in China, and there's no like official release date for Europe, India, or North America. But we might be getting a OnePlus 10 very soon as well. So those are going to be interesting. And
Mhm.
actually, one thing I love about OnePlus, that makes it stick out from all the other Android phones is the fact that it has a mute switch, a physical mute switch.
Yep.
Because on Android phones, normally you'd have to like open the control center and then toggle it on or off. But then on iPhone, like let's say your phone's buzzing in your pocket or something, it's making noise, you could just slide the slider and there you go, it's on silent. Same with OnePlus. I love that. But
Right.
anyway, that's kind of going off topic. What are your thoughts on the OnePlus 10 Pro and it being like only available in China, things like that?
I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe they're just doing that for now, for people to test out and see if there's any issues or whatever, and then release it. Fix it, release it to the public, all over the world. But I honestly feel like that's a little weird. You know, um, I mean, overall, I do think that it looks like a really great phone. Um, 4 cameras, maybe a little bit too much. I don't know, but I definitely think it looks like a really great phone.
Yeah. I like as I said before, I like OnePlus phones. It would be
Yeah,
cool to get my hands on this one. Probably won't be getting one because I'm considering getting a Pixel 6, but yeah, if you like
and then,
OnePlus,
and then if you don't like that phone, you're sending it to me, right? Maybe I'm kidding.
if I don't like it, I'm sending it back. It's going back straight back where I came from. But um, yeah, so that's all of the things that we planned on talking about. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to talk about, Taylor, before I kind of give people a little mini review on the Apple Watch Series 7.
No, not really, man.
All right, so before we wrap up the episode, just want to give you guys a couple of first impressions. Even though first impressions, I've had this watch like almost 2 weeks. So for those who don't know, I picked up a Apple Watch Series 7, the Nike model, because I wanted the band and the watch faces. And so far,
Man, I'm
I'm
really
loving
jealous.
it. Like I just switched from a Series 2, so it was a big jump, and I also went from a stainless steel to aluminum, so that's kind of a downgrade. But I love it. It's great. The display is super good, like quality wise, and it's big. I don't need it to be any bigger, honestly. It's great,
Mm.
and I got the smaller size. I got the 41 millimeter. Um,
Oh,
Battery life is amazing. Like I take it off the charger in the morning and it lasts me until the evening with about 40 to 50%. Sometimes I just throw it on the charger for a few minutes or like half an hour and it charges to 100% and then I sleep with it every now and then to track my sleep and stuff. So that's really cool. But honestly, it's been great going from a Series 2, which had an older software version, to this. Because also it's fast. The processors are great. All of the fitness tracking features like the blood oxygen and everything, those are really cool as well, even though I don't really know why. Like personally, then it's not really useful for me. But it's cool to have all these different fitness tracking features. But would I recommend it? Yes, I would definitely recommend it. Unless you have like an Apple Watch. I'd say an Apple Watch Series 4 or 5 or newer. So for you, Taylor, I think seeming as you have the SE, I don't think this is worth the upgrade unless you could justify the bigger screen.
true, true.
But something
I
really
think
cool about the
mine
bigger
is pretty
screen.
cool.
Huh?
I think mine is pretty good. I mean, I honestly, yeah, you can notice the screen size difference and stuff. But honestly, like other than that, I honestly don't have any complaints about mine,
Yeah.
except that you have better water traces than me. Just saying.
Wait, what do you mean? I think we have the
I,
same one. Oh yeah, I've got like the. That's true. The
yeah, I mean the
the Nike
Nike
Bounce.
faces.
Yeah, and I also
Um,
got the. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but actually, let me see if I can focus.
hang
Something
on.
really cool. Okay, it's not focusing. Hello.
No.
Okay, you can see it. There you go. Can you see the edge of the screen?
Yep. Yeah, a little bit. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
not very. not very noticeable on camera. But yeah, it's so cool how you can kind of, if you look at it from the side, you can tell that the screen is slightly curved. And now I'm out of focus.
Yeah.
Lovely. So it's really, honestly, the display is just the best part, I think, of this whole watch.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely love it. So I think if one reason why you should buy the Apple Watch Series 7 is the display.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my mini review. Even though it was like all over the place, it wasn't really planned. There we go.
Hey, listen, the best things are unplanned. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So you should actually
So
you should actually post that as your first impressions video.
nah, I'm just gonna jump straight into the review at this point. I was supposed to upload an unboxing, but then there was an issue with the audio and stuff, and I didn't want to like fix it because I could fix it, and I could upload it, but it was just too much. And to be honest, for an unboxing, like usually when I post an unboxing video, they don't perform very well. YouTube doesn't really seem to like those, so I'm just gonna do like a full review. I just need to kind of gather my thoughts together and then write a script and then do it. But I'm also thinking of launching a new series on the channel. I don't think I'm going to tease it on the stream. I'll tell you after, not stream, on the podcast. I'll tell you after we finish recording, just in case anybody steals the idea. But I guess that about wraps up the episode. Is there anything else you want to share with us, Taylor, before we finish?
No, that's about it, man. Awesome episode. Thank you again. Hopefully next week will be awesome with our guest. It's going to be a jam-packed episode with tech news and questions and, getting to know our guests. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure I'll have videos on my channel as well with our guests. So that's going to be fun too.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, well, you don't know. That's the thing. We're going to be having Sam Cole from iUpdate on our episode next week. So be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes,
or if you're listening, go subscribe to the channel. And follow the podcast because we've got some cool guests coming up soon as well. We're talking to a couple of other potential guests that will be joining us. Some pretty big deal tech YouTubers. Hopefully we can get more as well very soon. And if you guys have anybody you would like us to feature on an episode, just let us know because we'd love to get some ideas. And if you know them personally, that would be even better. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. Thanks for listening or thanks for watching. Taylor, you can complete the episode. I'm done now.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching, listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys.
See you later.